Hello my beautiful people, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good day or a good night depending on the time that you're watching this video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Maria, and if you're not new, then welcome back. I am not the type of person that shops a lot, but when I do, it's a very dangerous zone. I feel like every single time that I go shopping, whether it's online or physically, I make up for all those times that I did not buy anything, which is not very good. Therefore, I decided to do a little October haul video. I didn't buy a lot, but the things that I bought are pretty cute. October, I bought a few books, as you can see in the background. I'll go through them in a second. But I also bought a few articles of clothing. The first book that I bought was Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This was actually a rebuy because I bought the Kindle version in August. And I loved it so much that I just had to get a physical copy. This book follows Alex Claremont Diaz, first son of the United States of America, and his illicit romance with Prince Henry of Wales. It's an enemy to lovers book, and I am a sucker for that. Everything from the dialogue to the plot to the sarcastic remarks to nothing to not love. Does that make sense? There's nothing to not love, yeah. I don't know how to speak English. Just love everything about this book. That's all I gotta say. Sarah, my spirit animal. I'm actually currently rereading it as part of the Supernaturalathon. This was the book that I chose for mystery spot prompt was reread a book, and I obviously had to pick this one. Next book that I got was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. This book takes place in the 19th century. Obviously, as you can tell from the title, this book takes place during the Jack the Ripper killings. Follows Audrey Rose Wadsworth, again I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, against all social norms, works with her uncle in his laboratory and practices forensic medicine, and alongside Thomas Creswell she attempts to solve the mystery of who Jack the Ripper is. Now, I went into this book with a completely different premeditated outcome, if that makes any sense, and with a completely different mentality of what it turned out to be. I don't know how to explain this without actually spoiling it, so if you haven't read this book, I'm gonna put a timestamp here, and I'm gonna give you a few seconds to go to the timestamp before I actually speak. Hopefully you're gone at this point. If you're not gone, I'm still giving you another second. Thought this book was gonna be a romance between the main character and Jack the Ripper. My defense, at the back says, he murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny I was the girl who loved Jack the Ripper. And I know that it's on me for thinking that it was gonna be kind of like a twisted love story. I think it's pretty safe to say that it was nothing like that. Though I really liked the book, I was disappointed with who Jack the Ripper turned out to be. I think I gave it a 4-star as well, because honestly, it was very well written. I really liked the pace. But yeah, I just didn't like the outcome. Before you ask, yes, I do have 2 physical copies of Cemetery Boys. Not only that, but I have a Kindle version, so I have 3 copies of Cemetery Boys. This is definitely one of my favorite books of 2020, if not my favorite book. I say the author is Aiden Thomas. I didn't mention it, I'm sorry, I got way too excited because I really like this book. Cemetery Boys follows Jadriel, a 16-year-old trans brujo, to, in order to prove that he's a brujo, he attempts to summon the spirit of a family member. Instead, he mistakenly summons the spirit of Julian Diaz, which is the school residence bad boy. You know, shit goes down, that's all I can say. You might be asking, why do you have 3 copies of Cemetery Boys? My answer is, when the book first came out, I wasn't patient enough to wait for it to get here, so I just bought it on Kindle, and I fell in love with it, I was obsessed with it, hence I decided to get a physical copy because I just needed it. The cover is beautiful. But once you take the dust jacket off, is so simple but yet so pretty, and all the details. The third one, a friend of mine showed me this cover, and I'm just gonna let the cover speak for itself. Do you see that? Do you see that? This is one of the most gorgeous things I've seen in my life, if not the most gorgeous thing I've seen. It looks so pretty together. I mean, look at this. The next book that I got it as well for the Supernaturalathon. It was for the prompt, a sad book. I like reading things with sad endings, so I obviously did not own any sad books. I saw this one online and I thought that it was gonna be perfect for this prompt. That book is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book focuses on Mateo and Rufus, who find out that they only have one day to live, and upon meeting on this app called Last Friend, they start a friendship and decide to spend their last day together. Obviously, they fall in love. For buying this book, I hesitated a little bit as well, because not only it is a sad ending, but it's an instant love. And I am not the biggest fan of it, but I really like the way that it was portrayed here. I don't say it explicitly, it's just the little things here and there, like Mateo blushing, or like a witty remark, or something that can be passed as teasing, but if you're just friends, it can be just friendly banter teasing. Does that make sense? I really like the way Adam executed the insta love here, so if you know more books like this, that it's not overly the top insta love, then let me know down below. Next book, I also bought it for the sad book prompt, just because it looked very interesting. I know that I said that I don't read sad books, but this one sounded very interesting. Something in the synopsis caught my attention, so I definitely had to read it. I don't know if the ending is sad or just the tone and the setting of the book itself is sad. All that I know is that it was in a sad books list and I got it. The sad book is 13 Doorways, Wolves Behind Them All by Laura Ruby. This story takes place during the Great Depression and the beginnings of World War II. It follows Frankie and her siblings as they try to survive in an orphanage, and what got my attention is that it was narrated from a ghost's point of view. The narrator being a ghost really intrigued me. I'm definitely giving this a go in November or December. I can't wait to cry. So I didn't mention it, but in They Both Die at the End, I cried. I was reading it about like 4 a.m. and I was just such a mess. Silvera, drop your address. I just want to talk. I love that I said that I don't read sad books and the last 3 on the list are sad. Following the Adam Silvera sad books, I decided to go ahead and buy History Is All You Left Me. It follows Griffin's story after his ex-boyfriend Theo sadly passes away. This death causes him to spiral and do questionable choices in order to let go of this past, to revisit past memories. I don't think I'm ready for this book. I don't think I'll ever be ready, because from that synopsis, I know that I'm gonna cry a lot. It's gonna leave my body, and I know that it's gonna be ripped to shreds. I can't wait to feel pain. So that's it for the book portion of this video. The next portion is gonna be articles of clothing. A while back, Jade released a collaboration with Skinnydip London, and I obviously had to get a few articles from this collection. The first one that I got was the UK Hun vest. This one sadly did not fit, but it is so cute and hopefully it will fit one day. And the other shirt that I got was the white UK Hun shirt. It's very simple, but it's also very Jade. It's honestly so soft. This was my first experience with Skinnydip. Honestly, I don't know what I expected from their clothing, but it is so soft and the material feels real. I don't know how to explain it. I honestly thought that it was gonna be kind of like a Fashion Nova kind of situation or Pretty Little Things. Some of their articles have super high quality and then others, to say that they're very low quality, but very low quality. These 2 articles and another article that I'm gonna talk about in a second proved me wrong, so I might look a bit more at Skinnydip London in the future. The next article is also from Skinnydip, but it's not from the Jade Thirlwall collaboration, it's from the Soph x Skinnydip London collaboration. Got this pretty cute hoodie that says "Be a Nice Human." It's so cozy, and the material, again, it feels very soft, and I love wearing hoodies. You have not seen me wear any hoodies in my channel because I left them all in London. It's certainly one of my favorite hoodies that I own. The next place that I shopped at was Shein, and I got 2 shirts, a jean that I have no idea where it is, and a pair of heels. For the heels, they are very pretty. They're not the material that I thought they would be, but they're very pretty nonetheless. Sadly, they don't fit. I'm gonna be giving this away to a friend and hopefully they will fit her. The 2 shirts that I bought are a little bit out of my comfort zone style. I don't tend to use bottom ups, literally never. I never use them. I saw this one and I thought that it was very cute It is see-through, so I definitely need to put something underneath. The next shirt that I got, I am obsessed with. I'm probably overusing it, but you know what? I don't care. It's stunning. This is the next shirt that I got. I am absolutely obsessed with it. The only problem that I have is that it is a little bit long, and when I say a little bit long, I mean it's extremely long. I'm gonna insert a picture here. I can literally use it as a dress. Pattern, it's stunning. The fabric, it's really soft, which I really like. And it's definitely one of the best things that I've bought from Shein. Honestly, Shein has some amazing stuff and it is so cheap. One of those things that you can either get something extremely good or extremely bad. A friend of mine from school has this brand and she has some amazing patterns in there. The brand is called White Tamarindo. If you're Panamanian and if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. I got this hoodie. This is the front and it says Dazed. Let me show you the back. Isn't that gorgeous? I am obsessed with this hoodie. My mom says that I'm overusing it as well, which is not a lie. I wear it, I think, 3 to 4 times a week. Last thing that I bought is this cute little necklace. It's a pearl necklace and says golden. A girl from school made this and she also has this brand called Juji for You. I'll as well link them down below if you're Panamanian and you want to check them out. It has very gorgeous things in there and this one obviously is because of Harry Styles. I think that I was wearing this in my previous Supernatural video. I am not sure. It is so gorgeous. I am obsessed with it. Those are all the things that I have physically with me at the moment. I bought a few makeup products as well and I'm pretty sure I have one more book coming, but sadly they have not been delivered yet, so I can show them here. But if I end up buying a few more things in November, which I probably shouldn't, I'll do a November haul and I'll just include those in them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not, please consider sticking around and subscribing down below. Per usual, I've left my Twitter and my Instagram in case you want to come in and say hi. If you want anything this October that you would like to share with me, then let me know down below. Again, thank you so much for watching and I shall see you in my next video.